10 secret signs a woman wants you to make a move on her now. Modern Stoic. Have you ever stood at the edge of a conversation, feeling a pull in the air, a sense that she's waiting for you to take action, but you hesitate, second-guessing yourself only to watch the moment slip away? Most men walk through life blind to the silent invitations women extend, not because they lack the opportunity, but because they lack the trained perception to recognize it. At Blessing of Stoicism, we believe that strength is not just about action, it is about awareness, clarity, and decisive movement at the right moment. Today, you are about to unlock a hidden language that most men never learn to read. The 7 secret signs a woman gives when she wants you to make a move now. This is not guesswork. It is wisdom forged through understanding human nature and mastering emotional discipline. As the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In the realm of attraction, the quality of your observations can determine the course of your destiny. If you think too little, you miss the signs. If you overthink, you create doubts that were never there. But when you trust your sharpened instincts, tempered by wisdom, you become a man who moves with purpose and grace. Today, as we dive deep into these powerful signals, remember, a woman often speaks through her energy long before she speaks with words. If you learn to see, if you learn to listen with the calm presence of a true Stoic, opportunities will reveal themselves like doors quietly opening before you. Get ready, because once you recognize these 7 signs, you will never walk blindly through these moments again. Number 1. She gives you the slow blink. When a woman gives you the slow blink, understand this. It is not just a look. It is a sacred invitation, written in silence, a deep signal of trust and vulnerability that many men miss because they are too distracted by the noise of their own insecurity. The slow blink is not a casual flirt. It is not loud. It is not flashy. It is subtle, raw, primal, a woman's soul quietly whispering, "I feel safe with you." And if you are wise enough to recognize it, you will realize you are standing at the doorway of something rare and powerful, because in that moment, she is not just offering attention, she is offering emotional surrender, and you must meet it with the strength of a man who understands leadership, presence, and timing. For as Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom, and knowing when to act is what separates those who win from those who live with regret. When she locks eyes with you, blinks slowly, and lets that moment stretch like a timeless thread between you, you do not rush, you do not joke, you do not look away, you lean in, you lower your voice, you let the tension thicken like fine wine, because if you do, she will feel not just attraction, but connection. And connection is what makes a woman invest, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And listen carefully, the world is filled with men who ignore these quiet openings, who fumble and hesitate, and end up wondering why they never get the girl they dreamed about. Do not be one of them. When she gives you the slow blink, she is handing you the keys to her emotional kingdom without saying a word. If you hesitate, you lose. And another man who understands these unspoken rules will take your place. Remember, just as cats blink slowly at those they love and trust, so too does a woman offer her slow blink to a man she secretly hopes will step up and lead. And if you don't take that lead, she will retreat, disappointed, telling herself that you just weren't the man she imagined you could be. But if you seize that moment, if you own that energy, you become unforgettable, and she will crave more of you, because you didn't just see her, you understood her. Men, I tell you today, when you witness that slow blink, it is your call to action, your green light, your divine appointment. Don't be passive, don't doubt, don't kill the moment. Lead with strength, presence, and decisive calmness, and watch her heart unfold before you like a flower drawn to the sun. If you agree and you're ready to start recognizing these silent invitations, comment below, "I am a man who sees and acts." Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more powerful insights, and share your experiences, because every moment you wait is a moment you could be winning at the game of life. Your move, champion. Number 2, she fixes her appearance for you. When a woman is drawn to a man, her body speaks long before her lips ever will, and one of the oldest, most powerful signs is how she instinctively starts adjusting her appearance the moment you come into her orbit. This is not vanity. It is pure subconscious instinct at work, a biological pull that even she may not be fully aware of. And if you walk into a room and suddenly catch her smoothing out her dress, brushing a hand through her hair, adjusting her jewellery, reapplying a subtle layer of gloss to her lips, or straightening her posture, then you are witnessing a silent performance just for you, a wordless signal that says, "Your presence matters to me." And when she notices you noticing her, and responds by slightly licking her lips or giving a soft, thoughtful pout, understand this is not random. It is a calculated act of self-enhancement triggered entirely by your energy entering her world, because as Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts, and in that moment you are the thought painting her actions with colour. Your mere attention pulls her to sharpen the way she appears, and now it becomes your task, as a man of wisdom and awareness, to watch when she does it. Not just that she does it, but when. Does she fix herself as you step into the room, as your gaze lingers her way, as your presence subtly shifts the air between you two? If so, then know the truth. You are not just another face in the crowd to her. You are a magnetic force provoking a reaction deep within her feminine core, and it doesn't stop there, because if, in the middle of an intimate one-on-one conversation, she excuses herself to the restroom, only to return with her hair artfully tucked behind her ear, her lips glistening with fresh gloss, or her outfit now slightly more polished and deliberately alluring, you must not doubt it. You must not brush it off as coincidence, because she is speaking to you with the language of the body, a language older and truer than words, and the message is clear. I want to be seen by you at my best. And if you fail to read that message, if you hesitate or dismiss it, you risk letting a golden opportunity slip by unnoticed. Because as Johann Wolfgang von Goethe once said, boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And the man who hesitates when a woman is fixing herself for him will be the man who watches another take his place. So my advice to you, brother, is simple and eternal. Notice the small adjustments, honour them with your confidence, respond with masculine poise, and take the lead she is hoping you will take, because in that subtle smoothing of her dress, in that delicate touch to her necklace, in that nervous straightening of her shoulders, she is inviting you, without ever saying a word, to step forward, to recognise her interest, to bridge the gap. And if you accept that invitation with calm certainty, you will find doors opening that most men never even realise exist. Remember, attraction is rarely screamed. It is whispered, and those who train themselves to hear the whispers will own the room. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever caught a woman doing this when you walked in? Have you ever noticed her shifting her appearance when your eyes found her? Share your story in the comments below, because your experiences could help another man recognise the signs he's been blind to for far too long. If you found this insight valuable, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more powerful Stoic wisdom for modern men. Now, let's lock this into your mindset. Comment below to affirm your awareness. Type, I recognise the signs and act with confidence. Your story and your mindset might just be the spark that helps another man see what he's been missing. Let's build a brotherhood of strong, aware men together. Drop your affirmation below and stay sharp. Number 3. She stops filling the silences. Most men mistakenly think that silence during conversation is a sign that something's going wrong, that the connection is fading. But in reality, when it comes to attraction, silence can actually be one of the most powerful, revealing signals if you know how to read it, and more importantly, how to act on it. The truth is, when a woman is not interested, she'll do everything she can to escape the discomfort. She'll fill the silence with meaningless chatter, glance at her phone, scroll through messages, shift her attention anywhere but you, and her mind will be silently screaming, "Get me out of here!" But when she's attracted to you, everything changes dramatically. She becomes still, she stays present, and the silence between you is no longer empty. It becomes charged with emotional electricity, a quiet but undeniable invitation for something more, a silent gesture of trust and intimacy, as if her heart is saying, "I'm here, I feel safe, and I want to see what you will do next." And if you pay close attention, you'll notice the subtle signs. She doesn't fidget, she doesn't break eye contact. Her body is open toward you. Her lips might part slightly, as if she's welcoming a deeper connection without saying a word. And in that golden moment, she is not looking for more conversation. She's waiting for escalation. This is where many men, unfortunately, sabotage themselves, because the discomfort of the silence makes them start rambling, cracking nervous jokes, or blurting out random questions just to fill the gap, when in fact that gap is the perfect bridge for emotional and physical intimacy to blossom. And as the great Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." If your mind is calm, confident, and centred, your energy will naturally draw her closer without you needing to force anything. So when you find yourself in that stillness with her, instead of panicking, lean into it. Let the silence breathe, and when the moment feels right, close the distance just slightly. Maybe rest your hand gently on hers. Speak in a lower, more intentional voice. Make her feel that you are grounded and you are leading with quiet strength. Because if you hesitate or fill the silence with unnecessary words, she may unconsciously conclude that you either didn't recognize her invitation or you weren't confident enough to seize it. And in the world of attraction, confidence, and emotional attunement are everything. So the next time you find yourself in a moment of silence with a woman you're interested in, remember this. Silence isn't the absence of connection. It's often the space where true connection begins. If you've ever experienced one of these charged silent moments, or if you've missed one and later realized it, share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience and help others learn from it. Number 4, she's teasing you and testing your confidence. When a woman starts teasing you, it's easy to misread the moment as just harmless fun, but beneath that playful surface lies a critical test of your confidence, a secret invitation cloaked in challenge, and if you miss it, you risk losing the very connection she's trying to deepen. In truth, teasing is rarely accidental. It's strategic, a deliberate move where attraction and curiosity collide, where she's assessing whether you can stay cool, composed, and even playful when she lightly disrupts your flow. Whether with a mischievous remark like, "Oh, you think you're slick, huh?" Or a teasing accusation like, "You must be trouble." And when she pokes at your ego like that, she isn't trying to wound you, but rather trying to find out if you'll rise up, stay centered, and keep the fun energy alive. Because psychology tells us that teasing flips the usual dynamic by pushing you to either seek validation or demonstrate self-possession. And if you choose the latter, if you pass her test by maintaining your composure and responding with a playful but grounded energy, she will feel an even deeper attraction. Because to a woman, a man who remains strong, relaxed, and fun under pressure exudes a rare kind of magnetic confidence. But if you falter, get flustered, or turn defensive, she'll unconsciously categorize you as someone who lacks the strength and leadership she instinctively desires. And that impression, once formed, is exceedingly hard to reverse. As the modern Stoics wisely remind us, a man is as he responds to pressure, not as he pretends in peace. And so, when she teases you next, when she calls you a bad boy with a glint in her eye, or says, "I don't know if I can trust you," realize this is not rejection, but an open challenge, a playful dare. And if you can meet her teasing with a knowing smile, a light-hearted comeback, and unshaken energy, you signal to her that you are a man who leads without needing approval. And in today's fast-paced modern world, where real masculine calm is rarer than ever, that kind of centered strength sets you apart. It makes you unforgettable. So the next time you feel that playful jab coming your way, remember, it's your cue, your moment to shine, to turn the spark into a fire of genuine connection. And if you've ever had a moment where you wish you could rewind time to catch a missed opportunity, let that be a reminder to stay sharp now, to embrace the dance, because she's not looking for a man who gets flustered. She's looking for the man who knows how to dance with the fire without getting burned. If you've ever experienced a situation where teasing caught you off guard or helped deepen a connection, share your story in the comments below. Your insights might help another man recognize the test when it comes and win the game with grace. If you found this valuable, like the video, comment below, and share it with someone who needs this wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful lessons in love, life, and leadership. Comment to remember: I stay calm and confident under pressure. Your comment not only strengthens your mindset, but also inspires other men on this journey of mastery. Let's grow together. Number 5. She stays engaged, even when there's no reason to. When a woman is not truly interested in you, you'll feel it without her ever needing to say a word. The energy shifts, the conversation dries up, her replies shrink down to one-word answers, and her eyes start scanning the room for the nearest escape route, as if she's silently counting the seconds until she can make a graceful exit. This kind of disengagement is not subtle, it's palpable, and if you are wise, you'll catch it immediately. But when a woman is into you, even if the conversation isn't Shakespearean or wildly exciting, even if you're simply rambling about what you had for breakfast or how the traffic was horrendous, she stays, she lingers, she chooses to be present with you, and not because of the story you're telling, but because of you. And this is where most men fail to understand the deeper signal being sent. She's not evaluating the quality of your jokes or the profundity of your thoughts. No, what she's truly responding to is the chemistry, the invisible bridge forming between her soul and yours. And if she's making the conscious decision to invest her time, her energy, and her emotional presence into a conversation that technically has no external value, then realize you are witnessing something rare and meaningful. As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, invisible threads are the strongest ties, and this invisible thread, the one that pulls her to stay even when logic says she could easily leave, is precisely the proof of genuine attraction that many men overlook while hunting for louder, more obvious signs. In today's world, where attention is the rarest currency, and everyone's mind is pulled in 1,000 directions by flashing screens and endless notifications, understand how significant it is when a woman gives you her undivided focus. She's telling you with her actions, louder than words ever could, that you are worth it. And here's the key. When she stays engaged, she's not just answering your questions like a bored employee filling out a survey. She's bouncing the ball back to you, asking follow-up questions, laughing, teasing, and trying to keep the interaction alive and warm, because deep down, she's waiting to see if you have the courage and the wisdom to step up and lead the dance forward. Every smile, every playful jab, every curious question she asks is her way of extending an invisible hand and inviting you closer. In the modern world, where women are taught to guard their emotions and their time fiercely, a woman who willingly offers you both is handing you a golden opportunity. Do not insult her intuition by being blind to it. Pay close attention. Is she merely replying, or is she engaging? Is she just enduring the conversation, or is she participating with genuine joy? Is she simply present, or is she emotionally invested? These subtle distinctions are what separate the man who understands women from the man who forever complains that women are complicated. They are not complicated, my friend. They are guarded, and rightfully so. But when she lowers her guard for you, when she chooses to stay even when she doesn't have to, when she listens to you describe the most mundane parts of your day as if you were revealing treasures, you have already passed her silent test. Your next move is crucial. Don't second-guess yourself, don't overthink, and definitely don't sit there frozen, hoping she'll make it even more obvious. Lean in with grounded confidence. As Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be won. So be decisive, be bold, and be the man who recognizes a woman's open heart when he sees it. Take the conversation somewhere deeper, steer the ship with strength and kindness, and above all, Appreciate the rare and beautiful gift she is offering you. Her time, her laughter, her attention. Real connection is born not from perfect conversations, but from genuine presence. And if you have ever experienced that moment when time seems to stretch and her eyes seem to hold you a little longer than necessary, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever sensed a woman staying engaged with you even when the topic wasn't thrilling? How did you respond? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your experience might be the light that helps another man recognize the silent miracle happening right before his eyes. Number 6. She's not moving away when you get close. One of the most powerful yet subtle signs a woman wants you to make a move is when she does not move away when you get close. And understanding this unspoken language can make the difference between sparking a connection and missing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Human beings, especially women, possess a deeply ingrained instinct for maintaining spatial boundaries. It's an ancient survival mechanism wired into our nervous systems. When someone we don't feel comfortable with invades our personal space, our bodies react almost instantly, even before our minds have a chance to rationalize it. We tense up, lean back, cross our arms, or find a reason to put physical distance between ourselves and the other person. This happens so naturally that most people don't even realize they're doing it. So when a woman allows you into her personal space, when you find yourself close enough that your legs brush lightly against hers, or your arms graze and she doesn't recoil, that's not random. It's intentional. It's a silent message, written in a language older than words. A green light that signals, I'm comfortable with you. I trust you enough to let you in. In today's world, where personal space is fiercely guarded, especially with how much emphasis society places on boundaries and consent, her decision not to move away carries even more weight. Imagine you're sitting side by side at a coffee shop. Your knees touch under the table, and she doesn't shift away, but continues talking as if nothing happened. Or you lean in slightly to speak over the noise of a crowded room, and instead of backing off, she mirrors your movement, keeping her gaze locked onto yours without blinking. Maybe she even leans closer herself, standing so near that you can feel the warmth of her body. These are not accidents. These are deliberate choices. Her body language is saying what her words might not dare to. I'm open to you. I'm inviting you in. The modern man who understands this gains an unfair advantage because most guys miss it. They hesitate, overthink, or dismiss these moments as meaningless. But as the old saying goes, fortune favours the bold. And in relationships, fortune smiles on the man who reads the signs and acts with quiet confidence. If you let these moments pass without responding, she won't keep offering them. In fact, she'll likely interpret your inaction as disinterest or insecurity, and just like that, the window of opportunity will quietly close. In the fast-paced, hyper-connected reality we live in, where distractions are endless and genuine human connections are rare, recognizing and responding to these subtle cues is a superpower. A woman won't always verbalize her interest. Often, her body will speak far louder than her words ever could. If she closes the space herself, if she leans toward you while laughing, lingers in your orbit when she could easily move elsewhere, or touches your arm casually during conversation without pulling away, it's her way of whispering, I feel safe with you. And trust is the soil in which attraction grows. As a modern Stoic man, your role is to stay composed, grounded, and attuned to these signals. You don't chase them. You don't question them endlessly. You honor them with calm, confident action, whether that's deepening the conversation, gently touching her hand, or simply staying present without second-guessing yourself. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. When you see the opportunity, don't theorize. Step into it. In real life, whether you meet a woman at a business event, a bookstore, or even just in line at a cafe, these signals remain the same because human nature does not change with the times. She won't always say, come closer, but her silence, her stillness, her proximity, they are louder than words if you have the eyes to see. The lesson here is simple but vital. when she doesn't move away, when she welcomes your closeness, that's not just good news, it's your call to action. Don't let fear or overthinking rob you of the connection that could change your life. If you've experienced this before or want to share a moment when you notice this kind of subtle invitation, drop your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the key that unlocks understanding for another man who is still learning to read between the lines. If you found this valuable, make sure to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from understanding these powerful signs. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom to sharpen your masculine edge. Comment to remember, I am calm, confident, and ready to act. Your story matters. If you've ever noticed a woman staying close instead of pulling away, or if you've experienced that silent invitation before, share your experience in the comments. You might be the reason another man finally learns to recognize the opportunity when it comes. Number 7. She's creating moments for you to act. When a woman wants something to happen, she will rarely spell it out for you. Instead, she will create the moment, and if you are wise, you will seize it without hesitation, because hesitation is death in attraction, and opportunity never knocks twice. She might toss out a line like, I've always dreamed of doing something spontaneous, or let slip, I've never been kissed under the stars before. And if you think she's just being cute, you're making a rookie mistake, because that is not idle chatter. That is a calculated invitation dressed as innocence. A golden ticket dangled in front of a man she hopes is bold enough to grab it, because deep down, every woman wants to be chosen, not forced to chase. Every woman wants to respond to a powerful, decisive man, not be the one to lead him by the hand. And the difference between the man she craves and the man she forgets is the man who recognizes the moment she creates and acts with no hesitation, no fear, no second-guessing. Imagine you are at her place. The evening is humming with silent electricity. Laughter fades into soft, expectant silence, and she leans close, her voice barely above a whisper, saying, I can't believe how comfortable I feel around you, locking eyes with you as if daring you to take the lead. And if you hesitate now, if you fumble, if you look away or babble nervously, you will kill that precious moment she built just for you, because she isn't fishing for compliments. She's handing you the keys to the kingdom, and kings do not apologize for taking what's theirs. They step into the role with calm certainty. As the ancient proverb says, fortune favors the bold, and when the silence grows heavy, when the space between you feels thick enough to slice with a knife, that is not an accident. That is her crafting the perfect opening. And the worst mistake you can make is thinking you still have time, because you don't. Women admire courage and despise hesitation. They are drawn to men who move with authority and repel from men who hesitate like boys. So when you see the signs, when she gives you the scene, when everything slows down and your heart races, lean in, make the move, own the moment, because if you wait for certainty, you have already lost. Remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions, and ambition without action is nothing but air. She wants to see if you have the fire to lead, if you have the strength to act, and if you pass her test, her attraction will skyrocket beyond what you can imagine. But if you fail, she will quietly pull away, never explain, never complain, just evaporate into someone else's memory, because women respect silent strength more than any excuse you could offer. So here's your action. When the universe hands you a moment, take it without apology, without hesitation, with full confidence, because she is not just hoping you'll act, she is expecting you to act. And expectations unfulfilled turn quickly into disappointment. Do not let fear rob you of your future. Do not be the man who wakes up 3 months later, wondering what could have been if only he had leaned in. Life is too short for regrets, too brutal for cowards, and too rewarding for the bold. So be bold now, like this video, if you feel the fire awakening inside you. Subscribe if you are ready to lead like a man worthy of respect, and comment below these powerful words. I will not hesitate when my moment comes. Because in this brotherhood of strength, we don't second-guess destiny. We conquer it. We don't wait for permission. We take action. And if you master this one art, the art of reading the moment and stepping into it without fear, you will command not just her attraction, but the world itself. because the world belongs to those who dare, those who move, those who understand that the secret moments of opportunity do not come with neon signs. They come wrapped in whispers and glances, and it is up to you, and only you, to recognize the call when it comes, and to answer it with boldness and certainty before it slips away forever. Number 8. She asks personal questions. When a woman begins asking you personal questions, it's not by accident, nor is it mere polite conversation. It is a calculated move fueled by genuine curiosity and emotional investment, a subtle yet powerful signal that she wants to forge a deeper connection with you. And if you are wise enough to recognize this, you can turn that moment into the beginning of something extraordinary. You see, a woman who is truly interested will go far beyond the safe borders of small talk. She won't just ask how your day was or what you ate for lunch. No, she'll want to understand the man behind the mask, the stories that shaped you, the dreams that drive you, the battles you have fought, and the victories you silently carry within. And as the legendary Carl Jung once said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed, which perfectly describes what happens when she leans in and asks you questions about your passions, your childhood memories, your ambitions, your fears, and even the seemingly small quirks that make you uniquely you. Because to her, every answer you give is a window into your soul, a piece of the puzzle she is quietly assembling in her mind. And what separates a woman who is merely polite from a woman who is captivated is that she doesn't just ask once, she follows up. She remembers. She circles back to details you thought you had casually tossed into the conversation, mentioning the book you were reading last week, or recalling that you once said you loved hiking in the mountains. And by doing so, she shows you that you matter, that your inner world is something she genuinely treasures and wants to be part of. And this is your signal, my friend, to not retreat into stoic silence, but to open the gates of your true self. Because when a woman creates a space for emotional intimacy, she is inviting you to step boldly into it. And if you answer her depth with depth, if you reveal not just the facts of your life but the feelings behind them, you will create an emotional gravity that she cannot resist. For authenticity is magnetic, and vulnerability, when paired with confidence, is one of the greatest aphrodisiacs known to man. And if you shy away, offering shallow, surface-level responses, you will miss the opportunity to distinguish yourself from the countless men who never understood that what a woman craves most is not just a strong man, but a man who is strong enough to be open. And remember, as the ancient Stoics taught, he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. So conquer the fear of opening up and meet her curiosity with your truth, because in doing so, you allow her not just to see you, but to feel you, to connect with you at a level that bypasses logic and strikes straight at the heart. And that is the foundation upon which real, lasting attraction is built. So the next time she asks you something personal, lean into it, not away from it, share a little more than you normally would, and notice how the air between you thickens with possibility. And if you've ever experienced a moment like this, or have a story where a woman's personal questions led to something unforgettable, share it with us in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to recognize the signs that are right in front of them. Number 9. She gives you prolonged eye contact. When a woman is truly interested in you, her eyes become an extraordinary tool of silent communication, speaking volumes in ways that words never could. And if you find her maintaining prolonged eye contact with you, holding your gaze just a little longer than what's typically considered casual, you are not merely witnessing polite behavior. You are experiencing one of the clearest, most potent signals of genuine attraction that a woman can give. A non-verbal whisper that says, "You have my attention, and I want you to notice." And yet, this is precisely where many men falter, as too often they overlook or underestimate the subtle power behind such a gesture. But those who are wise, those who move through the world with the calm observation of a modern Stoic, recognize this act for what it truly is, an unspoken invitation, a delicate but deliberate test of your awareness and confidence. And in understanding this, you unlock a door that few dare to even realize exists. After all, as the great philosopher Epictetus wisely reminded us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. And this mindset translates beautifully into the realm of interpreting a woman's signals, teaching you that it's not about seeking grandiose demonstrations of interest, but about appreciating the simple, pure, and profound messages hidden in the smallest of gestures, like the way her eyes linger on yours with a softness that almost seems to pull you closer without a single word being spoken. And it's not just about the duration of the eye contact, it's about the entire atmosphere she creates in that look, because if her eyes sparkle with a glint of curiosity, if her smile plays gently at the corners of her lips without ever fully forming, if her head tilts slightly as if unconsciously inviting you into her world, then you are standing at the threshold of something real, something electric, and this is not the time to rationalize your way into hesitation. This is the time to step boldly forward, to meet her gaze not with arrogance or neediness, but with the calm assurance of a man who knows what he sees and honors it with his presence. And the truth is, women crave that certainty, that quiet but powerful decisiveness that tells them they are safe, seen, and desired. Because in that split second when your eyes meet and the rest of the world seems to fade away, you are being given a rare gift, an opportunity to bridge two souls without uttering a syllable. But imagine this for a moment. You feel that magnetic pull, that barely contained excitement bubbling under the surface. Yet instead of stepping into it, you shy away, you break eye contact, you look down or around the room, sending a clear signal of uncertainty or fear, and in that instant, the window of connection begins to close, because hesitation is the silent killer of attraction. And often, there are no second chances when it comes to these delicate first moves, for as in all things, fortune favours the bold, and women, whether consciously or not, are attuned to the energy of a man who can see the opening and step through it with confidence and grace. So the next time a woman locks eyes with you and doesn't look away right away, understand that this is not a coincidence or a mere accident. It's an act of bravery on her part, a vulnerability wrapped up in a glance, and it's your duty, not just your opportunity, to honour that by responding in kind, by meeting her gaze with equal warmth, by smiling gently if you feel the energy flowing between you, and by letting your posture, your energy, and your demeanour communicate that you are fully present and open to the beautiful possibility unfolding between you. Because true connection begins long before words are exchanged. It starts with the courage to meet the silent invitation in her eyes, with the fearless acceptance in your own. This is the moment where the modern Stoic steps forward, not with overwhelming force or brashness, but with calm certainty, understanding that to act wisely is to act decisively. And in this small but powerful act, you set the tone for everything that may come afterward. And let me tell you, in my years of experience and observation, the men who master this one skill, the art of recognizing and responding to a woman's eye contact, often find themselves succeeding in relationships far more naturally than those who constantly second-guess or doubt their instincts. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a woman holding your gaze just a little longer than expected? How did you respond? Did you seize the moment or let it slip away? Share your stories in the comments below, because your experiences could help another man recognize these precious opportunities when they come. And if you found value in this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a brother, a friend, or any man you know who needs to hear this today. Because here, on this channel, we are dedicated to sharpening your mind, strengthening your spirit, and building your wisdom in love, life, and relationships, ensuring you live with the noble courage and clarity of a true modern Stoic. Number 10. She initiates playful physical touch. When a woman initiates playful physical touch, she is sending you one of the oldest and most powerful signals known to human connection. And if you are wise, you will recognize it for what it truly is: an open invitation, a green light disguised as casual fun. In a world dominated by empty digital messages and filtered selfies, When a woman reaches across that invisible barrier of personal space just to tap your arm when laughing, adjust your tie, brush something from your shirt, or playfully push you during a conversation, she is doing far more than being friendly. She is subtly testing the waters, checking if you are the man with the courage to move forward. These touches are never random. They are carefully chosen moments, micro-tests of intimacy, designed to see how you react without her having to spell it out. As the philosopher Aristotle once said, pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. And for women, there is a distinct pleasure in creating these small moments of tension, anticipation, and playful chemistry when they are genuinely interested. The weak man ignores these moments, thinking they are accidents. The wise man, the Stoic man, sees them for what they are, opportunities not to be wasted. Pay close attention to the context, the pattern, the frequency, because a woman who is indifferent will never seek excuses to touch you. She will protect her space like a fortress. But a woman who finds reasons to connect with you physically is signaling trust, attraction, and openness, all without uttering a word. In today's modern Stoic world, where men are taught to be cautious, detached, and over-analytical, the man who masters the art of recognizing these signs will always be 10 steps ahead. Fortune favors the bold, as the ancient Roman proverb reminds us, and you must understand that in the battlefield of attraction, hesitation is defeat. If she is creating those little physical bridges, it is time to cross them with confidence, calmness, and masculine certainty. These are not coincidences. They are golden opportunities handed to you on a silver platter, but only if you have the eyes to see and the courage to act. Comment below. I am the man who knows the signs. If you recognize these moments when they happen. Like this video, subscribe for more powerful Stoic wisdom that transforms your life. And remember, in the end, it's not the loudest man who wins, but the one who acts decisively when the silent signals are strongest. Let today be the day you sharpen your instincts, claim your victories, and step into the full power of the man you were always meant to be. And that's a wrap, my friend. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. We've just unlocked 10 powerful signs that a woman wants you to make a move, from playful touches to prolonged eye contact, and even those subtle compliments. These aren't random moments. They're her way of opening the door for you. Remember this. In real life, the men who succeed aren't the ones who second-guess everything. They're the ones who stay calm, pay attention, and act with quiet confidence. So here's my honest advice to you. Don't overthink it. Trust your instincts, respect her signals, and when the moment feels right, move forward with confidence and kindness. Building a real connection doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you're present, aware, and courageous enough to act. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more real-world relationship wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know. Which sign today caught you off guard the most? I read every comment, and I love hearing your stories. And hey, if you're ready to seriously boost your confidence, check out the special links down below. Thanks again for being here. Stay sharp, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.